Okay, we're recording. So, the producer sent me another song that I have never ever heard of. Now, I know the group Radiohead. I believe that they were from the 80s, 90s, right? Early 90s. Am I right,
Yeah,
producer?
I,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Yeah, because I watched a lot of MTV during the early 90s and not end of 80s, but early 90s. So I know the name, but I
yeah.
have to say that their music passed me by like a freight train going fast. I never paid attention.
You
So
probably know the
this
song "Creep," though, right? That was huge.
I the name doesn't tell me anything, but maybe if I heard it. So
Yeah.
I'll see if this rings a bell. I don't know if it was a lot of an on MTV, it might ring a bell. Apparently there is no visual here. We just have this image, so we're gonna go with the image. So the song is called "Subterranean Homesick Alien." Which
Yep.
makes sense because if you were a subterranean alien, I would be homesick too.
Yeah.
Remastered, so better sound. And so this is supposed to be the album cover. Is that what you said? OK Computer and
Yep.
then OK No Talk as
I believe
OKNOTOK.
that's what that
I
is.
thought
Yeah.
OKNOTOK was an Indian name, Native American name for an island, but okay.
You could be right, but to
I
me,
could be.
I don't think
It
so.
sounds like West Coast, Northern, like the Pierce
Talk, talk, talk.
Indians,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oknatok, yeah, a little bit. Even up to Alaska, they have those kind of names. Okay, we're gonna play it.
Yep.
The breath of the morning, I keep forgetting the smell of the warm summer air. I live in a town where you can't smell a thing. You watch your feet for cracks in the pavement.
Well, I'll say this: it definitely you can hear that they're real instruments. I mean, now when you hear the AI music, right? And the
Yeah.
problem I always have with AI music and my own AI music is that the instruments don't have confidence, right? And now here the instruments are like they're not like leading the song very much, but you can hear like the clarity of each instrument separately, and that is a lot what you lose with AI. So it sounds authentic. The voice is not impressing me so far. Let's keep going.
Okay.
Up above, aliens hover, making home movies for the folks back home. Of all these weird creatures who lock up their spirits, drill holes in themselves, and live for the secrets. Uptight, uptight. Uptight, uptight.
The thing that bothers me with this song and that bothered me with a lot of songs in the 90s is that the voice is not prominent. So, okay, also the voice is not, to me, not a very good voice. I don't know. Is this the
Oh
main
boy.
voice? Is this the main
Uh-oh.
voice of Radiohead? I mean, that's the main singer?
Yep. Yep.
It's always the same singer?
And he is an amazing singer. So if you're not liking it, then I'm gonna have to give you some other songs to convince you because his voice is amazing. And
I just don't like the style. I don't. This is the style that came in like in the 90s a lot with what was the singer, the woman who was who sang with Eminem. Remember that
oh,
thing that
Dido.
yeah, Dido, yeah, and Dido she would always do these like like the sort of
I know what
like
you mean.
breaking upwards, right? Breaking the voice upwards, and
Hmm.
he does that also. And he goes And the up breaking, I don't like it. I don't know, but I don't like it.
I
so,
can't
so
think of anyone before him that did it. I think she came after him. So
maybe,
if he
yeah.
did it, then I think he probably created the style.
So I have another issue with him. He
Well,
created the
is it,
style of, did you? No, but I mean, so the voice, and also another thing in the mix, right? The voice is not that prominent. The voice, because
yeah, it could be mixed a little bit better. Yeah,
yeah,
I
because
agree with you
for
there.
me, like the old, what I liked a lot about like the 60s and even the 70s, that the voice was always the leading thing. It was always
Yeah,
mixed clearly, right? It's not always, but usually. And then there were a lot of songs in the 90s that like they just decided that the voice is less important. And this is it. Like I can hear all the other instruments playing, and his voice is like somewhere in the background. So it like it's almost, for me, these sort of songs, I know there's a lot of them, but it feels like a bad mix at a performance, like they didn't up the mic enough of the dude singing. So
yeah.
it's the but I'll keep going. This is the first thing I really like. The that was nice. I'm gonna go.
I wish that they swooped down in a country lane late at night when I'm driving. Take me on board their beautiful ship. Show me the world as I'd love to see it. I tell all my friends, but they never believe me. They think that I finally lost it completely. I'd show them the stars and the meaning of life. They shut me away.
I tell all my friends, but they never believe me. They think that I've lost it completely.
Yeah, there's some
I,
good
I
lines
wish
in
I
there.
wish I could understand more of the lyrics, but that was funny.
But
I,
I'd be
I mean, the issue I have with the song is that there is no clear melody in it. I mean, this is one of the songs that you could never sing it. I mean, could you sing it?
well, the funny thing is, the way I found this song is I was looking for a singer through Kijiji, and I
What's
found a guy.
Kijiji? What's Kijiji?
It's like ads, but online.
Like
So
what?
advertisements. So
Ah, okay.
online. So a person who was looking for a band could say, "I'm a singer. Here's where I am
Ah, okay,
located."
okay. I know that from Sweden. That exists there too. Not called
Yeah.
Kijiji though.
So anyway, I found a guy, and he was singing this. Or no, no, I found him on Instagram. Sorry,
Yeah,
and he was doing this song, and he was just singing it with his acoustic, and I didn't know what it was, but it blew me away.
yeah,
And I had to find out what song it was, and it was this one. So when
yeah.
you say, it's funny that you say you can't sing along to it because that's how I found it, is from a guy singing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but I mean
so
that you can definitely sing it. I mean, every song that has been sung can be sung, right? Especially by the person who sung it. But the thing is that it's not this. When I listen to it, there is no hook. There, you know what
it's
I
not
mean? You
yeah,
know?
it's not a Hey Jude sing along type of
Yeah,
song for
exactly. There
sure.
are
But
songs. There are some songs that are like particularly made to be sung, and they're the ones that usually end up being the karaoke favorites. Like, but this is like the antipathy of that, right? It is the song that you don't even know where to start. Of course, dude learned it. You say he. I'm sure you can do that. But for me, it's like if somebody asked me right now, I just paused it re-sing a bit of the melody, I go like, wait, what?
well, there's really two parts. There's like where he goes
Where are we?
uptight, uptight.
Yeah,
When it's doing the hi hats, and I guess that's the chorus. So
yeah,
that
but I
part's
mean, but
pretty.
I mean, like a piece, like a bit
No, but
of
the other
it,
part, and then the other part is the verses, where it's like, I think if you heard it once or more or twice more, you
Yeah,
get a feel for it.
yeah,
But
but
I
it's
know
not.
it's
It's not
first
Billy
hearing.
Ray was a preacher's son, and his daddy who taught him.
No, it's not
It's
that
not
type of
that,
song. No,
Okay, I'm gonna
it's
let it play to the end, and we're gonna go
okay.
after. So it was just pure evil of me to cut it just before the end like that.
I didn't even know it was a song.
But I like the instruments. There are moments, there are like little tiny moments where I like the instruments, right? But
Yeah.
other than that, yeah, I mean, I knew the name of the band when I was a kid, so definitely it was something that didn't click with me back then either, because none of their songs registered with me. And I know why now.
Well, I'm gonna have to give you Creep, because that was an absolutely huge song.
Yeah.
And the first one in the early '90s, like you
Yeah.
said, and it was like
So I must have
global
heard it,
hit.
and I must have not liked it. So
It's very different than this one. It's more of a pop
yeah,
hit kind of
yeah,
poppy.
uh-huh.
And if I give it to you, you've heard it, then whatever, no big deal. We'll just do another one. But
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think you need to give these guys another shot, because you're upsetting all the Radiohead fans. So
I know, I am. I mean, I know of the group enough to know the name, right? I couldn't tell
yeah,
you who's in it. I couldn't tell you even how they look, but
yeah.
I know the name. So yeah, I know it's a famous group, but I'll say that they did not make their fame or money on me because I would not have subscribed. Okay,
The other
let's
thing is
see.
the predictability of the instrumentation. You listen to this song, and it goes to chords that you just. And I talk about this when people ask me, like, for my input on how to create songs, and I guess people do ask me that, and they're like,
Yeah,
I always tell them, don't pick such predictable chord arrangements if you can, because it
yeah,
just it everyone's heard them so many times, unless the
yeah.
instrumentation is amazing, or just the vocal melody is amazing, then yeah, it can work. But like, you listen to a song like this, you can't predict what chord is coming next, because they're such strange
Yeah,
chords.
yeah, I
And so
know,
I really like the unpredictability of the
I know you
instrumentation.
like the angine de poitrine, and with the sounds that no one uses. And my
Yeah,
point is, there's a reason nobody uses those sounds. Same thing
but they're
here. I
getting
mean,
big. They're getting
yeah,
very,
I
very
know.
big.
I realize another Radiohead coming, right?
This is sour. You